All right, so with high school tryout season for the fall season just around the corner, I figured I would make a video. And this is me speaking as a coach, but also a seasoned athlete who's been through plenty of tryouts, made teams, haven't made teams, been cut for sure. And I wanted to share my advice on how you can perform your best at tryouts. And it might be stuff you want to hear, it might be stuff you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. But we can gain a whole lot of life lessons in just this one topic. So it's natural for you, completely natural, to be hyper focused on your mistakes during tryouts. You obsess over every single little mistake because you think the coach got the binoculars zooming in on you and just writing every single mistake down. I'll tell you that 98% of coaches aren't doing that. And if they do that, they're not a good coach. Most coaches know you're not perfect. They know that you're human and they don't expect you to be flawless. But I'm not going to act like your skills don't matter at all. Your skills matter, but you could obsess over them so much that you just go crazy, you play uptight, and you don't play your best during tryouts. What I would be focusing on, and this is super important. This is like, if you're a fringe player, this could make it or break it for you. What is your vibe like, for lack of a better term? What's your energy like? Are you a team player? Because even if you're not the most skilled, but you impact the team in a positive way like that, it's gonna be hard to keep you off. How do you interact with your teammates? How do you respond to your own mistakes? What is your effort like? If you are going super hard, and you are really putting it out there, that's going to be more noticeable than the mistakes that you make. So you know there have been times, maybe it's been in practice, maybe it's been playing the sport with your friends, where there's no pressure, the stakes are low, you're not thinking about what you're doing too much, you're just playing free. All of a sudden, when the stakes are higher, or the perceived stakes are higher, that's when the nervousness comes in, that's when the anxiety comes in, that's when the overthinking comes in. And I noticed that it took me till my college career to figure it out. I was like, why do I play so good in practice? And I get into a game and I'm just nervous as hell. It happens because you want to be perfect. You think that trying to be perfect will get you the outcomes that you want, but it's counterintuitive. Trying to be a perfectionist will make you be uptight, will make you be rigid, will make you play it safe. When you run from failure and you avoid making mistakes, that's when you attract more of it. When you get into tryouts, you just gotta let all of that go and just trust the preparation. Trust the work that you've put in, because that's your best bet. Playing free is your best bet, but it takes time to train yourself to be present. And not even talking about tryouts. When you get into big games, there's eyes on you. You need to train yourself to stay fully present and essentially block all that out. Put tunnel vision on just the game. So when you notice yourself getting uptight, you need to anchor your focus in the present moment. And you do that by turning your attention to your breathing. Your breathing's always there, it's always happening, but when you're anxious, when you're nervous, it's probably shallow or you probably just stopped breathing altogether. So turn your attention to just your breath. Your muscles are probably tense too, so loosen them up, shake them out if you have to. And experiment. Find what method of recentering your focus in the full present moment where you're not worrying about the future or you're not reliving the past. When you're fully present, anxiety and stress and worry, it is not possible. It can't exist. And so I freed myself when I got into the game and I could tap into the flow state on command. It's like crazy because games would start to fly by. Like when you get into the flow state, time doesn't exist. Time speeds up. It's crazy, but anyway, find what works for you. Another thing that worked for me is that every time I found myself playing it safe or avoiding failure, I had to literally remind myself that this sport is not life or death. My life is not at stake. And I had to remind myself that playing more aggressively instead of playing with hesitation would actually result in less mistakes. Playing hesitant cause more mistakes. So find what works for you. Maybe you have to visualize a reset button in your head and just hit it. And finally, and I think this is the key to actually freeing yourself, playing free as an athlete altogether, is you gotta trust, and this is gonna be hard. You gotta trust that if you don't make it, it wasn't meant to be. And we're gonna get a little spiritual here. We're gonna get a little deep here, all right? The universe or life or God, whatever you prefer, has a better plan for you. There is a higher calling for you, a better use of your time if it doesn't work out. Don't be so attached to it going in. If you don't make it, you gotta be okay with that. Let go of your attachment to the outcome. And that will allow you to play more free and naturally and spontaneously. Like if you don't make it, it's their loss, right? You can channel the anger and sadness, use it as motivation, use it as fuel to catapult in another direction, another pursuit, or use it as fuel to work even harder in the same sport. We know that there have been plenty of very successful athletes that have been cut at some point, and that sparked an extra level in them. So that's my advice. Hopefully it helped. Good luck. See ya.